Hello, I am Taylor.
And I'm Nicole, and this is Glitter and Cat Litter. In this episode, we talk about Rugrats, Usher in Vegas, celebrities, Taylor being a child actor, and so many other things. We really talked about a lot in this episode.
Yeah, we covered a few things. If you want episodes early, you could sign up for a membership on glitterandcatlitter.com or the YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you like or want to subscribe to this. That was a weird way of saying that. Well, anyway, enjoy.
Enjoy.
Glitter and Cat Litter.
Glitter and Cat Litter. Well, I got a little bit of a headache going on.
I am so sorry to hear that.
I think it's a contact headache. Kind of like a contact high, except a contact headache. I don't know if that's quite the same thing.
Let's talk about that. You have contacts. No, you don't have contacts in today.
No, I do not have contacts in today. Well, that's not true. I don't usually have contacts in. I just got contacts.
Were you wearing contacts in the last podcast?
No, I haven't worn them on a podcast yet.
Really?
No. Would you say it like I've had contacts for like 6 months now?
I mean, it's been a while.
An entire week.
No, it's been longer than a week. It's been 2 weeks.
No. We got them not last Friday, but the Friday before. And I toughed it out. It's Tuesday.
Oh.
I mean, when people see this, it'll have been 2 weeks that I've had contacts, but
We're both right.
Yes, we're both right. Okay. I have not worn them every day though, but I'm struggling with the whole eyeballs focusing. First I tried the stronger.
This latte is very good. Sorry, proceed.
You're welcome. At first I tried the. Oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? Oh, prescription?
Yeah? You tried one higher in one eye.
Yeah. And my eyeballs day of were stoked. Second day were a little less stoked. Third day, pissed. Didn't want anything to do with it. And so then a week later of me toughing it out, you got me another of the same 2 prescriptions for my eyeballs, which is the same as my glasses. And then that's been better, but my eyes still are not stoked about contacts.
You keep asking me like what I experience, and I'm like, I've had contacts since 7th grade, so I really don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
My eyes have a hard time in glasses because then I see like the peripheral that's out of focus.
Oh, that doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, it's been a few times now. I was going to say there was one time, but there's one time I'm remembering that in practice, one contact fell out.
I thought you were going to say flew out.
It did. I was like...
You were spinning so fast. There's so much G-force. The contact went...
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I couldn't find it.
Were you just spinning with your eyes open? Like,
I mean, I don't close my eyes. We actually talked about that in the last workshop.
As wide as you can? Like,
you look insane.
With the beanie on too. I feel like Steve Sisu. Is that what his name is?
Wow. I can't believe you can recall that.
Is that his name? Is it Steve Sisu? Zissou.
What is
Steve
the movie?
Zissou.
Life
Aquatic. Yes.
You need a red beanie now. It's red, right?
I'm pretty certain. Let me see.
We're recording, right? On that camera? I can't see.
Oh, I moved it. We were recording.
I really hope we're recording this.
I'm pretty certain we are.
Okay. I don't need to check.
It's an orangey beanie. It's like an orangey red.
I have like an orange pink.
I have an orangey reddish one. I just need a light.
You don't. Oh, you have a rust orange.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not fully wrong.
Okay. He wears it weird. He wears it like crooked.
He wears it. It's not the same shape as this one, really.
No.
But he wears it. He wears the way the shape works, and he wears it more like this.
You look like you're bald.
Oh no! No, I don't want that.
Although Bill Murray is pretty bald, so that was pretty. You could be that for Halloween.
I tend to think I'm a little more like Loki. Tom
Sure.
Hiddleston
You
situation.
do have his hairline.
I know, I realized that.
Yeah.
But then I feel like, I don't know. I
What?
don't need to talk about me the whole time. But I feel
Why
like,
not talk about you the
I don't
whole
know,
time?
my hairline like sucks, but like it's like way back
Your
there.
hairline doesn't suck. It's whatever.
Okay, it's pretty far back there. I feel
My
like
hairline sucks.
your hairline's fine.
I have a widow's peak, and because I like pull it back so much, I feel like it's I have thin hair anyway, so I feel like it's
You just
not
gotta like
doing any
spray
favors.
tan it in there, like spray paint it in the color.
Yeah,
So
I
your
learned
skull
that.
is the same color as your.
I learned that from Katy Perry from
You just-
working with her.
And then
They
it's all,
painted her scalp.
yeah, so you can't see the white or
Who knew?
skin tone.
Yeah.
Um,
But I wonder if I sweat a lot, what would happen? That would be
well, you have to get the like body paint that doesn't come off with the sweat.
yeah, because that would be horrible, like dripping down.
Dripping.
Tragic.
It'd be like that one. I think it was in 2020. The like political whoever
Oh yeah,
that had his hair
Like the
dye
hair
like
dye.
dripping down his.
yeah. I do.
It's got to be like
remember that.
boxed hair dye or something that's just totally not good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Um,
Wow. We since the last podcast,
we were in a car. We're no longer in a
we're
car.
no longer in a car. We are on land. We're not moving.
We're on land.
We were on land.
Technically
then too.
speaking, we're on a second story, so we're not directly on
Okay.
land.
Fair. But we're no longer in a car. We are back from Vegas.
We're on some cement. No, it is concrete.
Yes.
Yes, we learned.
We learned the difference between
Yes.
cement and concrete.
My uncle / grandfather's company is a construction company, and I asked how he says cement, because I think it's funny to say it cement. And the reason I say it like that is because I remember Rugrats, Phil and Lil's mom.
Phil and Lil, that was their names?
Well, there's Tommy, there's Angelica, there's Chucky,
something
and there's
Dill?
Phil. Is it Dill? No, I swear it's.
I don't know.
Now I gotta look it up.
I wasn't a big Rugrats
I
person.
loved the Rugrats.
It annoyed my mom, so
yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
great.
really.
Nobody cares. Chucky, Angelica, Tommy,
Yeah.
Lil. Where's the other one?
That was like the brother that nobody.
Phil and Lil.
It is.
It is Phil and Lil. Get out of here with Dill.
Is that their last name or something?
DeVille.
Really?
Philip DeVille and Lillian DeVille.
What?
Mm-hmm. Tommy Pickles.
I drove a Cadillac DeVille.
Yeah. Stu Pickles. No, it was.
Stu's the dad, right?
Yeah, it was Betty, which is Phil and Lil's mom.
Okay.
She would always, I remember there being one episode where she talks about cement and she goes, I'm going to go get me some cement or something. And she's not like Southern or anything, but it was like the line was like something like that.
That's very
Anyway, so I
interesting.
asked my uncle how he says cement. And he goes, well, I don't really
say
Yeah,
that.
I don't really say that because cement is the powder that turns into concrete. He's like, I say concrete because I'm dealing with concrete.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why that's hard for me to grasp, but I usually end up calling it cement instead of concrete. But
Well, I think he said something really funny in that because we weren't aware of the difference, even though we're very much aware of the difference. We were like, wait, which is which? And he was like, oh my gosh. And then he was like testing us. And then he taught us after he tested us
yeah.
and made fun of us.
Well, I think
Rightfully so.
I think he made fun of us because I asked him if he said it cement.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him if he said it cement.
I have.
By the way, it was a fully unsolicited question, just randomly when we were with him. It had not. There was no bearing of like, let's talk about work. It was just like fully,
Yeah.
just unsolicited.
Although we've had a lot of questions about their work recently, I think it got the wheels turning about that, about how that works. Because we've asked about like their projects and stuff. It's fascinating to me.
Well, I mean, I always ask them about what they're doing at Disneyland,
People ask us what we're doing at Disneyland too.
not what they're doing at Disneyland. We're spending money.
Yeah. But whenever you say that, I think of, because I had a brother in the Navy. He's not in the Navy anymore, but he was a seaman.
Yeah.
And I just hear that. And then there's so many jokes that go
Yeah,
with that.
he's a seaman. And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about any of that to
Anyway.
go anywhere.
We're back from Vegas. And we were wild because we decided to drive back. I originally, on the drive there, I don't know if that was in the podcast, that I was like, we should do an episode on the way home too. And you were like,
definitely not on the podcast.
there is absolutely no way. I could have done a podcast on the way home, a solo podcast while Taylor slept, because we decided on our walk back to the hotel at like 3 a.m.
We should preface that we got to Vegas. We were in the lobby in the hotel about to check in when the Super Bowl, like the last play of the Super Bowl happened. Like we walk into the lobby and the entire place erupted.
It was like a welcoming party for us.
Yeah, except it was not for us. It was for whoever won the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs.
There it is.
But yeah, we got in pretty late. Like that was pretty late. And luckily we got in then because the strip and everywhere was like super, super trafficy after that. Like people leaving the stadium.
Yeah,
and
people
luckily,
have probably seen the videos on the internet.
But then we decided, so the whole party happened, everything happened. We can get into that. But then
we walked to the party, by the way, in 30-something degree weather.
And I wore boots that had a
Heels.
Which was so dumb on my part.
And I asked you if you were going to do that, and you said, yeah, I have to.
Well, okay, because here was my logic. They did have a, not a red carpet, step and repeat or whatever. They did have that. I don't know where. And so my thought was like, this outfit is going to not look good if we have to walk that. And there are pictures of us.
In tennis shoes, and the rest of the outfit looks like weird anyway with your skates on your arm. You would just say like,
outfit did not look weird.
When you're carrying your skates and you're in your big old puffy jacket and all your stuff, it doesn't.
Sure. But that was my logic to wearing that.
Sure.
Halfway through the walk, I regretted it.
I'm positive you made it one intersection through the walk.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
The walk from our hotel to the when we got there was just over a mile, I think.
Piece of cake.
Fine, totally fine. We're athletic enough. We can walk a mile.
We are athletes.
Sure, it's the walk was fine, minus the part that it was 38 degrees. That sucked. And then the other part where you were in heels sucked for you.
That sucked.
But it was mostly the really cold part. I was freezing, and I was in a hoodie and my North Face puffer.
I really wasn't that cold. The hardest part was the shoes for sure. And then my skates kept like hitting people, or people kept hitting them. And I was like, you
should have put them around your neck so they came on the front instead of over your shoulder.
That would hurt though.
That'd be sick. Wrap them around your neck and you're like, what's up? I got skates.
I've never worn my skates like that. I probably
Why not?
should.
It's like a camera. A 10-pound camera. Well, it's like a medium format camera.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Yeah, I could. I am strong.
Then you can make fun of Garrett for carrying his cameras. I don't know why that has anything to do with it.
I don't mind him carrying his cameras like that.
No,
but they're pretty short, right?
The medium format ones are like 10-pound camera. They're really heavy. I guess they're really big. I don't know.
Garrett's much stronger than me.
Yes.
My tries, they got nothing on his.
That's true.
Can you imagine me with Garrett's tries?
We could Photoshop it. I could ask him to Photoshop it.
That would be dope.
Oh, Bobby would need to Photoshop that. He'd be good at
me with Bobby's body.
Just your head. That would be silly.
We have some friends that are in amazing shape, and that would be really funny.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, so we walked to the party, and then you finally got to get out of your heels.
Finally. My skates felt so much better.
And then you skated for 4 hours.
The party, I didn't mention this in my vlog about the party. Man, my knees were so tired. Like, so tired. And I think it's because when you're skating in a space like that, like the floor was decent size. It was pretty big. It was bigger than I expected, I think.
It was probably like, I almost want to say like half a skating rink.
It was maybe more like Glendale's.
Third of a skating rink. No, it was way smaller than Glendale. I can't walk. Like I could have walked across that like from end to end. It's probably like 50 steps.
I think it felt so big because we were moving so slow.
It's not that big. I don't know. It's probably like 100 feet. No, 100 feet's pretty big. It's probably like 70 feet long and like 30 feet wide.
Idea. But it was big enough, and there were a ton of people on the floor, but you couldn't skate very fast because there was a lot of people on the floor.
I mean, I thought you were skating pretty quick.
You think so?
You were zipping through all those people and going...
Just like that.
That's exactly how you skate.
But my knees hurt because I had to like stop suddenly and like turn around to stop, and yeah.
That's probably because there were so many people that were not good at skating also out there.
That was terrifying. And they were all so tall. Did you notice that? I noticed that because I was next to them. But one girl, she was wearing a red like jumpsuit. I wish you had seen it. She fell so hard.
I saw some pretty good falls.
And she fell. And the way she fell, she must have like tried to escape her fall, like turning around somehow, which if she was choosing a side of her butt, good for her. That's what she should have done, but she did not. She hit her tailbone for sure. But she somehow took my top off while she was falling.
You say it like you were nude.
I wasn't, but I grabbed it in time because she like got one of my straps, my right strap, and she like took it off, and I grabbed my boob to hold it. And then I don't know how I escaped the rest of her because she was much bigger than me. She would have taken me down with her. But yeah, she fell really hard. I didn't see her the rest of the night. I think she was done. Yeah,
there was one other person that, well, I saw like a good handful of falls, but one fall I saw, and this girl was like having a pretty decent time. She was clearly like 6'12". She wasn't that tall. She was like, she was definitely at least 6 feet with skates on. So I don't know. And the group she was with, they were all like, I had to look up. So like they were all very tall. But she was doing okay. And then I watched her kind of stiffen up before she fell. And I went, oh, here it comes. I was like, uh-oh. And she just like feet went straight out from under her, and she just went back.
It hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah. And well, I don't relate so clearly. But her demeanor was so excited, and then she went to get up from that, and there was no more excitement.
Yeah.
And I was like, she was also not in clothing that like allows the cold to like not permeate. She was in like a short little dress situation that I'm like, dude, it's 37 degrees.
Yeah. I mean, I was in a leotard.
Yeah, but you're skating around and you've done this your whole life. So like, and like 19 layers of tights, which I didn't know until I asked.
That was smart. 2 layers, not 19. That would be real thick legs. I already got some thick thighs.
your ankles would be like, it'd be like hockey.
Yeah, like padding.
Yeah.
Actually, that's smart. But yeah, there was some really hard falls, but the people were all very tall that were falling, and it was like trees going down. Like it shook the entire floor. But yeah, I tried to help a few people out. Kept telling people to bend their knees. That was pretty much it. Keep your core tight and bend your knees. But yeah, so we decided on the walk home to drive home then, like at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Instead of sleeping. And Taylor and I have both realized that we're a little too old for that. We need our sleep. Our bodies need rest.
Look, I like to think that I'm not that old. I don't think I'm that old. I don't feel too old. But if there's one thing I've learned over the past few years is, and this solidified it for me.
Yeah.
If my body wants to sleep, there's nothing on this earth that will keep me awake. Not even the half a Red Bull that I drank before I fell asleep in the car.
You think you had half?
Oh, I know I had half.
Ooh.
Which I don't drink energy drinks ever, really. I think Vegas is the only time I've had energy drinks in the past my whole life. Well, that's not true. In middle school, when they were all the rage, it was all the time. It was wild.
I only used to drink them when I was working clubs. I would have half of a sugar-free Red Bull.
Yeah. But so I've learned that like I literally cannot stay awake. Like there's nothing I can do. Like even when I slept in the car on the way home, I was like, my heart and mind were awake-ish, but my body was like, we're not doing this. So like every time you would change lanes, I would freak out and wake up because I was like on edge from having too much caffeine and whatever the heck's in Red Bull and whatever, like I was just going. We had snacks and stuff to like try to help me stay awake. And I don't even think I made it to out of Vegas fully. I think I was out like.
And I was very awake. So I was like, you can sleep. Like, it's not like you need to worry about me falling asleep right now. I'll let you know if that's a problem, but.
Yeah, because I would just tell you, pull over, stop the car. I can't.
It felt very much like when it would be my turn to drive, like when we're road tripping to nationals or something, and my mom is asleep in the front seat, actually, or in the back seat, and she would wake up like in a mom panic of like, something's wrong. And there was nothing wrong. I was just getting over it. My dad would be fast asleep. He was like, whatever, I'm out.
Well, military, I think, helps with the sleeping through stuff. Yeah, I for sure did not. There's like I can't even. There's no way I could stay awake, and I can't do road trips. Like as much as like we've said it before, where like I'm not really a road trip person. I've also learned that like my body, even though like I stretch every day, I'm active, I'm like relatively flexible, but like sitting in a car for 5 hours and then getting back in the car 6 hours later or 8 hours later to drive home. So in the span of like, I don't know, what is it, 18 hours, I've been in the car for 10 of them or 12 of them.
It was a quick turnaround.
My body for literally the entire week has been like tense and tight and messed up a little bit, like just trying to decompress, which is honestly the worst feeling that I have had. So it's like, okay, now I know if we're doing this, it's just like I need a day to reset probably, like my body, like not driving like that. I can't drive like that unless we're not in a normal car.
How do you think like, I'm just not thinking about this. Like Snoop Dogg is not young. I don't know how old he is.
You think they're driving?
No. I don't think they're driving.
Okay. I was like, there's no way.
No. Turns out he's like afraid to fly and they did drive. No. How do you think it's just like they're used to being up that late and being up and around that many people and like they're just used to it?
I mean, there's some people that are just on that schedule,
Because like, I mean, I was thinking about that and being up as late as we were, just that was hard on my body. Like, yes, of course we added the like moving our sleep schedule like fully, which was a bad idea, but even just being up. So we were at the club until 2.
It's like 2:30 probably.
2:30, 2:45. And just being up that late was enough to mess me up.
Yeah, because we usually I start thinking about going to bed at 10-ish. And then by the time I actually go to bed, it's like 11 or 11:30. I feel like almost every night.
I start thinking about going to bed at about 8:30.
Yeah, but then you stay up until 11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But I start thinking about it.
Yeah, I don't. So regardless, we go to bed between like 11 and 11:30, and then I'm up at 6-ish, 6:30, and you're up at like 7:30 or 8.
Yeah. I've learned that my body needs 7.5 to 8 hours. That's where I'm at currently in my life.
Yeah. And you're out.
Yeah.
Every morning.
The cats woke me up this morning when you were up, like when you let them out.
I mean, they do every morning.
And then I looked at my alarm and I was like, oh, I got 20 minutes left. So I went back to sleep for 20 minutes. Then woke up to my alarm. Well,
I let them out at 6:40.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to you at 6:40, but you didn't get out of bed till like solidly 8. So I don't know what alarm you're talking about because there's definitely...
I would have to look to see when my alarm was set, but it was set for whatever 8 hours was when we went to bed. So 7 something is what it was set for.
Okay. So I think you woke up with the cats or didn't wake up initially with the cats. The cats did their own thing, and then you woke
Maybe
up
it was
with
like
them.
when they came back from eating or something. I don't know, but they woke me up, and I wasn't mad about it. But Kevin wanted my attention. I was like,
Yeah, she's a little complainer. She's not in here.
What was your favorite part about Vegas?
Coming home.
Yeah.
100%.
100% coming
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really, there's nothing that exciting to me about Las Vegas. I mean, like, the hotels are cool. The architecture is cool. But, like, I don't care about being in the clubs.
Even that.
I don't like going through the casinos and it's just all cigarettes. I don't care about the
I
free
respect that.
drinks ever because they're not free because you got to pay like $100 in slot machines before you get your one free drink because they take forever to bring it to you.
Well, the party we were at, I'm pretty sure was all of that, but we didn't partake alcohol and things.
What do you mean? I'm saying I don't like the free alcohol and I don't like any of that.
Yeah.
I know it was all free.
But I'm saying like that was something that we did not take advantage of, which luckily then we could drive home and it was no problem.
Which exactly goes towards what I'm saying of I don't care about any of the things in Vegas. Like the free, it doesn't matter. I don't want it. I don't need to go to the club. I don't really need to hear the DJs. I mean, I've heard them now. I've seen them now. It's cool. But like, cool. Like it wasn't that, it wasn't so interesting that like, I don't know. I mean, it was cool to like see everybody skate and see all the people, but like that would have been just as cool at Glendale or just as cool at Holiday or wherever.
I was just saying to someone, Kimberly, hi. I was saying to Kimberly, because we were talking about skating with your friends and how fun that is and like just how much it like feeds your soul. And she was like, well, you did that on like such a high level. I was like, honestly, it feels the same as if I was just at the beach with my friends or at the local skating rink with my friends. Like the feeling it gives you is exactly the same.
You mean that party versus like anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it didn't, I guess it depends on the type of person. Like, so celebrities and like that, I've been around a lot of that a lot. Like, because maybe we've mentioned it in a podcast, but like I did a little bit of acting as a kid. So like I was on TV show sets.
Child actor.
Not in that way. I mean, I guess, but like, so.
You've been on more sets acting than I have.
That's true. But I was on the same sets acting for like 2 years. So it was like,
it
really became like a home. Anyway, but so like I was around a lot of people like that. And like when there would be like guests or something, it would be like a big deal. And then
that would
like,
have been a really funny joke if you were on House and you said it was like a home.
Oh, I loved that show. That would be cool. No, it was Malcolm in the Middle. Also love that show.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. And then like there was I don't know why I was around. I guess like my dad being a musician, I was always around like all sorts of stuff. Like, so I've been around a lot of celebrities. Like NAMM kind of always has a ton of celebrities too, which is the convention we went to a few weeks ago, which is every January is a big music convention. But there's always a lot of celebrities and a lot of people, but they're around like, they're not like entouraged and like security. They're just there. So I don't really like
it's not
freak
that big
out.
of a deal.
Like if I see a celebrity, I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. If I have something worth saying to the person, I'll go say it to them.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm not going to go like tap and be like, hey, man, you're cool.
Yeah.
And walk away. I'm like, that is such a waste of both of our time. It's like, that doesn't.
Yeah. Unless I have something like to actually say to them.
Or to be like, dude,
or
this.
Appreciate.
Yeah. Like this thing that you did is like really, really special to me. So like, thank you for doing it. Like that would be different.
Yeah.
Where like.
Because everybody would love to hear that.
Yeah. And like if we had met what is his name? Danny.
Yeah.
Danny whatever. Football is life.
Football is life. He was at the party and we didn't see him.
If I would have seen him, I'd be like, dude, you and Ted Lasso is so good. Like, thank you for doing it.
Thank you for being you.
Yeah. But like.
Yeah. I have that same feeling. Like everyone's like, oh my God, did you get to skate with Usher? And it's like, yeah, of course. Like the guy was on the skating floor for over an hour straight. But like the coolest part was one moment I'm just skating like on my own and I turn around and I happen to do like a heel to heel transition or something. And I did like a little body roll to get into a cross pull. And I turn around and Usher is in my face. Like he was skating up to where I was, and he's in my face, and I turn around, and he can't be that tall because it was like pretty.
He's probably like my height.
Yeah.
Maybe a little taller.
And so I like body roll and I go, oh, hey, like as I'm body rolling into a cross pool. And he's like, oh, hello. And I was like, okay, that was cool. Like I turned around and just kept skating because I'm like, what am I going to do? But yeah, it's like, especially when there's skating involved, there's like such an element for me, at least, obviously not necessarily for you, but like being comfortable on my skates and being comfortable in what I'm doing, that it could be around literally anyone and it's like not a big deal. So like I just think about when I was doing what was I doing? Disney what?
I was just gonna say, you say that, but I saw before a lot of people noticed that Usher had showed up.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, oh, he's here. And I was like, you need to go skate. And you were like, I'm kind of tired. I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Well,
are you
he
coming
got
to this
there
party?
at the end of the party?
He got there at 1:50 or something.
Yeah.
But you were like, and I'm like, get your butt out on the skating floor. And you're like, okay, fine. And then you go skate like all normal. Like, I was like, God, it
Is
was
that what I look like when I skate?
You're like, woo. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Your arms do it. If you look at some of your footage, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And
like
you're
that.
doing like a moonwalky thing when you do this. Yeah, no, I know. I can copy it.
You look like one of the inflatable guys.
That is what you look like.
All right.
You look like an inflatable.
Now I know.
No, but you're like, oh, it's just like skating with anybody. I'm like, okay, miss, I'm not gonna go out there and skate. And then you disappear for like 40 minutes, and I'm like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah, that was your own fault.
I know, you didn't even come by, not even once.
Sorry, I was skating with Usher.
Yeah, you left me for 40 minutes. What was I supposed to do? Stand there longer? It was so cold.
I know, I'm sorry.
Also, at that point,
Although I'm not sorry. That was a fun party. I'm glad that you went.
I'm so glad I stood in the same 2 square feet for 5 hours.
He sounds like he's complaining, but I can't really tell if he's complaining.
It was fine. I enjoy watching everybody skate. Like, I don't have a problem with that. Like, some people are like, I'm so sorry you're here. I'm like, I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to be here. What do you mean? But I was just like, they're like, you must be so bored. I'm like, no, it's interesting to watch everybody skate. And I've seen them skate around enough times now because it's small. Like, I know their moves. I know what's coming up. They'll do something interesting or it might be cool or whatever. So, like, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, honestly, after like 3 hours of not moving and watching the same people go around and around and around, it's pretty boring.
Yeah.
And when it's 37 degrees and you're not moving,
Yeah.
it's cold. Like real cold.
Yeah.
And then once the crowd cleared out and there's like 7 of us, it was like you didn't really feel the 30-something degrees and then you felt it. And I was just tired at that point too.
Yeah. What I was going to say earlier was like the one moment that I realized in my career that I was not fazed by like famous people was when I was doing Disney, I don't know, Disney Kids something awards.
Kids' Choice Awards with Gwen Stefani.
Was it Kids' Choice? It wasn't Disney? It was on Disney Channel because I had to wear a helmet. Or was it Nickelodeon?
No, it was Disney. Disney Choice Awards?
I don't know. Something Disney. And I was performing live with Gwen Stefani, but we had rehearsals and the skaters got there earlier to prep some stuff before Gwen got there. And Gwen walks in the door and, you know, she's just a normal person. And I'm skating by and I go, oh, hi, Gwen. Like I literally saw her and it was like seeing an old friend because I like obviously recognize her. And I went, oh, hi, Gwen. And I turn around and I look at like Crystal or someone and I'm like, I literally just said hi to her. Like we're friends. Like, what am I doing? And she was like, oh, that's probably nice. She probably like feels comfortable with that. That's nice. And I was like, okay. I was like, that was really weird. Like that was my reaction. Not like, hi.
We're going to be just like shy and like not say anything to anybody. That's almost weirder.
Yeah.
Just like ignore the celebrity in the room. Like that's.
I mean, sometimes it feels like that's what you should do. Like, I don't know. I was nervous when I met Katy Perry because she was so tall.
So your bearing for nervousness is based on height. Okay.
Apparently.
So when you meet a basketball player, you're terrified.
No, I was very comfortable around Dennis Rodman.
Then how does that translate?
I don't know. But
What?
I don't know. You are very good around celebrities, though,
It doesn't.
as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could offer some sort of wisdom toward it, but
They're
think
just people.
that does not resonate the same when they're in the same, like when they're in the room, because people, like every celebrity that was at the party that became noticed, that was like any level of special, the crowd like swarms them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, look, love it. What good is one, all of you swarming this person going to do?
Yeah.
Just stress everyone out. And then it's like, two, like what are you going to accomplish by like being one of 90 people around this person?
Yeah.
Like maybe you'll get a selfie that they probably aren't looking in. Is that the proof that you have to like prove to people that you saw the person?
I don't know.
Like, but then to me, I'm also like,
I just gave Crystal my phone because she's taller than me and she could get a video.
sure. But that,
I was like, I'm not going to go over there, but you're taller. Go
But
ahead.
I don't know. I just like, I feel like every time I've met somebody that was famous or a celebrity or whatever that might be, the more I just talk to them like normal,
Mm-hmm.
like just how I would talk to anybody, like they responded better.
Yeah.
Like it's because you could sit there and be like, oh, whoa, you're like so important, right?
I
Or you're just
recommend
like,
doing
hey.
that after being like, whoa, that was
Well, yeah, you don't
wild.
say it to their face.
Yeah.
That's like weird because then they're like,
Yeah.
hi, yes, also I know this. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty
what was your
crazy.
favorite part about Vegas?
Skating.
All right, now we got to wrap it up. Okay, see you guys later.
Skating and dancing while Snoop and Dr. Dre were performing.
Oh
That was
yeah,
my
okay,
favorite.
okay. The floor cleared for that,
Well,
but it was kind of like
everyone was
speckly.
on feet.
Yeah,
So all the
on
skaters.
feet. You're not
yeah.
on feet when you're on skates.
Everyone was on shoes.
What
Like
do
they
you
were
put? You go put your fists in your boots.
just do handstands. Everyone was allowed to go onto the skating floor with their shoes on during
Yeah.
that. So they all crowded to the front of the skating floor.
I also wonder if it was allowed or people just did it and there was nothing they could do to stop them.
I don't know. They cleared them really fast after that. And this was not my favorite part, but this was very impressive. If anyone is wondering if Usher is actually a great skater, yeah, he is, because they shot off these confetti things like as a celebration.
Oh, it was somebody bought a bottle.
And if you are a skater, you know that is so dangerous. It's so scary to skate on that stuff. It's so slippery and it'll just take your foot in any direction. And poor guy.
You see it like it comes out of the ground like a zombie and
That's
grabs
what
you and
it
takes
feels
you
like.
away.
It feels like someone just pushes your foot and you don't have control over it.
Black ice.
Yeah, pretty much. But the poor guy, he was fine. But like they all surrounded him to take photos and videos of him in that moment, like with the confetti. And so he like had to do his whole thing and show off for all the cameras. And I can tell that he was like, oh gosh, like being careful because it's really scary. But he did fall once.
But it was someone else ran into the back of him. Did
He
you not
ran
see
in.
that?
I thought he ran into someone.
No, it was one of the people that was like in everybody's video. Though like I don't but I remember seeing they did like a move. They tried to like go to transition to backwards skating or something,
Yeah.
or transition out of backwards skating. And they were not paying attention to if the crowd in front of them
Yeah.
or like in the direction they were skating was moving. They were not. And so it was like a full run into the back and pull.
Yeah. He
the
fell
backwards.
pretty gracefully though, and he was fine.
It
But
was honestly like a dance move. It was like, woo.
but
Pretty good.
with the confetti and stuff on the floor, he did great.
Yeah,
And
so
I
did
was
I.
very
So whatever.
impressed. I kept telling all the like newbies and like some of my friends that aren't like used to skating too much. I was like, stay away from there. It's dangerous. Like I was telling Danny, I've probably sounded like such a mom. I was like, stay away from over there. It's dangerous. And he's like, what? And I was like, that stuff is really slippery. And he's like, okay. I was like, no, really, stay away.
Okay, Mom.
I know.
Gosh,
like,
ruin all the fun.
I rolled away being like, oh, so cautious.
Such a mom.
But it's true. It's dangerous. You gotta be careful. That stuff is not meant to be skated on, rolled on.
Maybe it is.
I don't know. But it was a good experience. I'm really glad we went.
I'm not glad we left at 3 a.m.
I am not glad that we got snacks to eat.
Why not? Those were so good.
Yeah, but
We got Cheez-Its. We got Oreos. What was the third one?
Jalapeno chips.
You
ate all of them. You finished all of them, except the Oreos. You let me finish that one.
Okay, hold on. I was asleep for a solid 4 to 5 hours, so there was room for you to have as much of it as you want. I ate them when I woke up. So I don't know what to tell you. You asked me to hand them all to you, and I did. They were not gone before I slept. They were gone after I slept.
Yeah.
And actually, some of them made it home. And I said, I don't want these in the house after Monday.
They all made them home.
Maybe. If they all made it home, then what are you complaining about? You had like 12 hours to eat these things. A whole 12 hours. An entire 12 hours.
Yeah, we needed those out of the house. Did we throw away the candy yet? Or get rid of it?
No, forgot.
We have candy that we've had for like way too many holidays in a cookie jar.
Yeah, not sure when we received said candies.
Some of the nugget things are from when my dad passed away. So that's 1.5 years, almost 2 years.
Yeah, when does candy expire?
Does it?
I'm pretty certain.
When the chocolate gets light.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you open a Reese's and the side of it's like white?
That's expired.
Yeah, I ate one of those.
Was it worth it? Was it good?
It was not great. But it was like...
You had to.
No, it was the point where like it's already mush in your mouth and you're like, no, this one's not awesome.
Taylor's allergic to almonds. And
oh, great. Tell everybody how to kill me now.
You're not going to die.
We do.
Maybe with some really strong almonds.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, fine. You'd be fine. You would just be real sick. But he took a bite out of a chocolate that had almonds.
It was a Hershey's nugget.
He comes to me with like half of one. He's like, here, you can have this. And I was like, okay. Because it's not unusual for him to just like take a bite of chocolate. He's not a big chocolate person. And he knows I will definitely eat his leftovers of that. And so I was like, okay. And he's like, it has almonds. And I was like, oh no. Like I didn't have your stuff with me or.
Yeah, no, I always have it with me. But like, by the way, I'm not so allergic to almonds that I need an EpiPen. So just to clear that up. But I know that I like the Hershey's Nuggets, but I couldn't remember what color of them was the plain one.
I thought that was the nougat one. The like toffee thing, not the almond. I didn't realize it was the almond.
No, the gold's definitely the almond.
I was like bronze.
Okay, we can be so technical, make this story so much longer.
Sorry.
No, I thought it was the regular one, not thinking about it, and I was excited, so I opened it to eat it, and I didn't read what was on it, and I took a bite, and I heard the like crack like a nut broke, and I was like, that's weird. And then I like look in it and I go, oh, they don't make this with anything but almonds. And because I know if something has almonds in it, I'm probably pretty certain I know about it. That's like a common food. And then I look and I read it and it says like toffee almond. And I went, oh, and I spit it out. I spit it out. And you and my grandfather look at me like I'm absolutely crazy. But I was like not going to make a big deal out of it right there. I was just going to throw it away and give you the half. But I wanted to make sure that I did not eat any of it because there was some stuck on my teeth too. So I had to like make sure to get it out and like spit it out because I'm like, dude, I'm not about to ruin my lunch and the rest of my day because I left a little bit of almond on my tooth.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're allergic to that.
It's fine. I just would have loved to have some Hershey's chocolate that day. Would have been great, but I didn't get any.
Awesome. You Okay, there's another chocolate that I've bought that I cannot remember the name of. It has like an XO.
Cursive on it.
It's cursive.
It says chocolate in cursive.
Why did you say chocolate like that?
It had to be aggressive.
But in cursive, that's aggressive to you?
Chocolate. Yeah. Because you got Hershey's.
Anyway.
It's all Hershey's. It's all Hershey's.
Your eyes literally changed. Anyway, I bought it and I've had it like a few times now. I've bought it a few times. And the first time, Taylor was like, I don't like this. Whatever. And I was like, okay, more for me. That's fine. And then our friend was like, oh, that one's so good. When we were at a store about to go to a movie, we like went to get candy at this store before. And Taylor's like, oh, is that the one that you buy? And I was like, yeah. And then he tried it again here and he's like, oh, that's good.
Okay, hold on. Thank you, Adrian, for enlightening me. But no,
Yeah.
no, hold on. No. He got the peanut butter one. It was like a peanut butter cup, but the thing.
That's what I just bought.
That's not the one that I've had here. That one tastes pretty okay.
The peanut butter cup, like filled one?
Yeah.
That was the second to last one I bought.
Yeah, I know, but you've never given me one of those here. You've only given me the regular chocolate one here.
For real?
Yes.
I didn't share the other one?
No, you did not. You
Go me.
We're going to have some words after this.
You're going to catch these.
Yeah. No, but so I do remember trying the chocolate. What I really don't like about that chocolate is it's so soft that if you even like think about holding it, it melts in your hand.
That's why you put it in your mouth.
But if I eat the whole thing in one bite, then I need 4 of them.
That's why they come in rows of 4.
That's why I eat 1 square
Actually, I think they come in rows
in
of 3.
4 bites.
One of those baby squares in 4 bites? I gave you one yesterday. You ate it in 4 bites?
I just had 1. I had 1 square. You left the whole thing out.
Did you actually eat it in 4 bites or did you just stick it in your mouth?
Every time you've given those to me, I take 4 bites out of it. I take 1 out of the corner and then I turn it and I hold it like this. I take another one and I turn it and I hold it and I take another one and then I eat the rest.
You're joking. You're like a little mouse.
You're talking.
Oh my
You're more of a mouse than me.
I stick that whole thing in my mouth. The square is tiny, you guys. How are you eating that?
It's like it's like the size of a Hershey's rectangle. They're not that big. They're like little, like a. I don't know.
Okay.
That's the same.
You eat a Hershey's rectangle in 4
I
bites?
don't like Hershey's.
Oh,
I don't know. I haven't had a regular Hershey's bar in like over a year for sure.
The symphony ones are better.
I can't have those ones.
Why?
Aren't they almonds?
No. One of them is.
See? Can't
like
have
the
it.
Hershey's almonds one, they have a symphony one.
Why has it got to be a symphony?
I don't know. I don't know what the difference is, but it's better.
Milky or chocolate? Chocolatey or chocolate?
We should have a chocolate comparing contest.
That sounds expensive. I like the idea of the cookies and cream one.
I wonder if I would like that now.
It's like white chocolate though, huh? I don't like that. I don't vibe with white chocolate.
I used to love that one.
I don't vibe with white chocolate. I like the I don't even know what chocolate. I don't know. I like
I just don't love chocolate.
I just like the thin Reese's, and even those now I don't even love that much.
I prefer the regular Reese's.
Honestly, you know what I love way more? Just a big old spoon of peanut butter.
He's really into peanut butter these days.
Just send it to me. No, I think I've always loved peanut butter.
You hid from it though. You lied to me for a long time. You didn't like fruit. You didn't like peanut butter. You thought I was insane for putting peanut butter on apples and making little parfaits.
No, I never thought peanut butter on apples was weird. Peanut butter on strawberries is weird.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
That's a gross one.
But when it's in like a parfait, it's not.
I still can't get on board with that one. The peanut butter and the strawberry.
No,
hold on. 6 years.
Yeah, you lied to me for 10 years. 9.5.
Well, I mean, we also changed like our whole diet and whole everything. So like leave some room for my taste buds to change a little, okay? And I don't plan on changing it all a lot again. So easy turbo.
They say you can't change a person. I didn't change him. He changed on his own.
Yeah, see, you can't change a person.
Yeah.
The person can change the person.
This is true.
You can change yourself. You can't change others.
This
Well,
is
I don't know.
true.
Maybe we're not going there. but I, you know,
You've come a long way.
It didn't change that I still prefer cereal dry. I still like cereal dry. I will eat it in the buckets full dry. Give it to me dry.
The day you ate, what are they called?
French toast
mini
crunch?
wheats in front of me dry.
Oh,
I about lost it.
Okay, hold. You forgot a very important word to there.
What?
The frosted mini wheats. I do not eat the
Is
regular.
there a regular
I'm
mini
pretty
wheats?
certain there's some unfrosted mini wheats, and I will not be dry eating those. Although those are basically
Still.
Triscuits, and actually I kind
do
of do like a Triscuit.
Triscuits.
But I will eat most
is-
cereals dry,
That is wild to me.
preferably dry.
I don't.
French Toast Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Reese's Pieces. Well, it's not Reese's Pieces. Reese's Puffs. Well,
It's
I'm only
so
naming the bad
dry.
ones. No, it's great. Frosted Mini Wheats. Those are
This is crazy because you prefer
Cheerios,
that.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
But you're like a sauce guy. Like on a salad, you want a lot of dressing. So it makes no sense to me that you wouldn't want a sauce with the cereal, the sauce being milk.
But you say sauce guy, and I'm in the realm of sauces. I'm not a saucy person.
Yeah, you are.
In that way. No, but like in actually using sauces outside of like boneless chicken wings, I'm really not a crazy sauce user. Like Chick-fil-A,
Okay.
I use like 1 to 2 packets of sauce.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like,
You
I
used-
have every dipping sauce and I go through the whole thing. That's absolutely psychotic. Like,
you used
no.
quite a bit for
Yeah, because
Clyde's.
it was spicy.
Oh, really?
I would have really loved a ranch. That would have been great. Also, those
I have ranch.
no, not good ranch. Not good for that. That ranch is like
You
funky.
need like
I need like
Yeah.
Hidden Valley.
yeah. I don't
Um,
have that.
But those dipping sauces, it's the weirdest packaging. Like they're big, but they're like
They're
so shallow.
Yeah.
I feel like one of those barely amounts to like a McDonald's size little rectangular
Yeah.
guy. So
The McDonald's ones are big. Actually,
I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time.
I haven't been in a very
Maybe a
long
Chick-fil-A
time.
one. Oh no, it's bigger than the Chick-fil-A ones. The
McDonald's
Chick-fil-A
is
ones
bigger than Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't really like that much sauce. Like I like sauces, but I don't like to use a lot of sauce.
But like compared to me, I feel like you use more sauce.
Yeah, because you're like a little bird. You're like a little. We're done.
We were watching. This reminded me of this. We were watching. What is the chef's name that does the live cooking on Netflix?
David Chang.
Yes, we were watching that, and they were talking about like smaller portions because Fortune Feimster was like, "I'm a lady, like
Oh, yeah.
I need to eat smaller." And then we were out at dinner with some friends, and one of the guys was like, "Oh, they need like a wife-sized portion because his wife ate like a quarter of the bowl." And they were like, yeah, we need like a wife-sized portion. And I looked down, like he said that next to me, and I looked down at my bowl, and my bowl was completely empty. And I was like, not over here.
I
was like, whoops.
I also wonder. I mean, some people just don't eat a lot, which is
Yeah.
probably not a bad thing. But then other people, like very specifically you, exercise a lot.
Yeah.
And you're very active. So for you to eat a bowl like that,
Like that was a lot of food, but
yeah,
it
but
felt
like
good.
sure. Like maybe it was too much in like maybe the carb realm versus like enough of like protein and other stuff. I don't know. I mean, those bowls in general are intended to be like carb heavy.
Yeah.
But like I wonder what she does. Like, does she work
Yeah.
out a lot? Does she exercise a lot? Or like
I
the
don't
general
know.
like quote unquote wife portion that they're talking about? Like, is it like a stay at home mom that really only needs to eat like a half a sandwich, a like a little oatmeal in the morning or something, and then like a light dinner?
Mhm.
Also, is that your way of maintaining your weight and your physique
Yeah.
that you're in? Because if you don't have time to exercise or whatever,
Right.
then you have to eat less. Otherwise, you're going to gain a bunch of weight because it's just
Yeah.
literally how it works.
Yeah. It's
So,
just math.
you know, I get it.
Yeah.
But also that's called a kid's portion. So like
True.
just buy a kid's meal. Like if you can't
Yeah.
eat the whole thing, just buy a kid's meal. It's just
Wait,
not
good
labeled for a
point.
wife.
Good
You know,
point.
like
Also, I think a lot of times like Taylor eats less than I do. So it would be
recently, not so
a
much.
husband portion at that point.
Yeah, I could be the wife. I don't know. Have we told that on here that like usually when we go, or it hasn't been as much recently, but when we go,
When we go out to eat.
yeah, when we used to go out to eat, I used to always get something that most people would put under the realm of the girl ordering or the woman ordering, and she would
Drinks
always
included.
order the things that go under the realm of the guy ordering. So we would go to restaurants and they would serve us our food, and they would always get it wrong. Because I would always get like the salad and the frilly like tiki drink, and she would get like an old fashioned and a burger. And they would serve me the old fashioned and the burger, and they'd serve her the other stuff, and I just like looked at her and go, "Thank you," and they let them walk away, and we just hand each other our plates and drinks, and then the waiter comes back and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I'm like,
It happens all the time.
I'm like, dude, it's fine. You just took our order. Like, it's not like I ordered for her and she ordered for me.
That
But
would be weird.
that would be very strange.
But that happened for a good like 7 years straight, 8 years straight.
Yeah. And then we
Just-
both just kind of committed to eating whatever. And
Yeah.
it didn't really matter anymore.
Yeah. That's really funny. That hasn't happened in a long time.
No. I think a lot of the places we go to are, well, no, we go to a decent amount of normal restaurants. I was going to say,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the places like order.
I think we're just eating more equal things.
I also think that it's changed more now that the actual waiter is less of the time bringing the food out, and it's more someone else, and they usually go, "Who ordered blank?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Me."
Yeah.
You know, so
We actually haven't been going to restaurants, just the two of us.
that might also be a big part of
Yeah.
it, where there's like 4 people and they're like, "I don't know who ordered what."
I feel so much better eating at home these days, making food.
We just don't do fried stuff, and I love me some fried stuff.
That's really all we get when we go out.
Honestly, kind of, yeah.
I'm just realizing that.
You know, an air fryer might be smart.
We've held out for so long.
We can keep holding out. We don't have
It's-
anywhere to put
Yeah,
it.
it's so big.
Like, there's truly nowhere to put it. I mean, we could put it in here. We could just like put it on the table. Just be like, "Yo, you want some nuggets?"
I finished my latte.
Oh, that's so nice.
Did you finish your tea?
No.
Oh.
And also, it's an armless Palmer, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, easy, okay? It's got lemonade in it, too.
Taylor wanted to put it in here and pour it.
For the audio listeners, we have this wild-looking vase? No,
It was
pitcher?
$2
From
or
IKEA?
$3.99 from IKEA in the as is section. And I said, I want that.
Yeah, it looks wild. And I thought, we haven't cleaned it,
No.
but I was like, how funny would it be to be sitting on the podcast and it would be, well, I also don't know if it's food safe, but I guess like whatever.
Why not, you know?
But I thought it would be very funny to...
Lead paint.
Yeah, it smells of lead. No, I don't know. I thought it'd be very funny to pour an entire like iced tea thing in here or something and like have a be like, "Would you like some?"
Would you like some?
Just pour it out and just.
That's
I thought it'd be
really
fun.
So maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. Told you my little bit. So if you consecutively watch all these, you'll eventually get there,
Yeah.
and you'll hear. I'll have to turn the microphone so you can hear it pouring
Yes.
the whole time. No, we're not gonna do that on here.
Why not?
I don't know.
I don't have long nails.
Oh, please don't do that to me.
I don't like that either.
I got in-ears in. I don't want that.
Ooh.
It's like putting it into my brain.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Please don't.
Mm-mm. Just the sound of skates. That's the best one.
What, you got something against my rain? I did pretty
No,
good with the rain. The
that's
rain was
fine.
kind of a vibe.
Skating's better.
I don't know, man. The vinyl cleaning was kind of cool too.
Let them be the judge.
I don't know.
Actually, that was really cool.
Yeah, see?
If you haven't watched Taylor's video, go watch Taylor's video.
And we'll link it in this.
Videos. Multiple.
Plural.
Yeah.
We'll put a link.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right. Jeez.
I'm kind of hungry.
It's almost time for dinner.
It's like 4:30.
Almost. All right. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. If you want episodes early and exclusives, check out the memberships on glitterandcatlitter.com and on the YouTube channel.
Okay, bye.
Bye.